Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Yo, what's good, y'all? What's the word? What's going on? How everybody doing out there? Y'all already know what it is, man. We are back again, and it's time for the Tuesday banger. It's time for the Tuesday banger, y'all. That's a lock. It's time for the Tuesday banger, and I got one. I keep a banger at all times. But like I always say before I start these videos off, man, I have no problem delivering this content to everybody that's out there working hard, working a 9 to 5. Everybody that's out there with their own business, getting to that bag the legit way. I make sure y'all got something to watch in the morning times, and I promise y'all, it's no problem on my end. I also have no problem making sure I'm warning y'all and telling y'all about how dangerous prison is. I only ask for one thing in the process, and that's for y'all to just stay out the way, man. That's it. That's all I want you to do is not go to jail, not leave your family, man, not make stupid mistakes you're going to regret later. That's all I'm trying to do, man. In the long run, you're going to say Trey was trying to save my life, man. That's all I'm trying to do. I don't want you to go through these horrible experiences, man. I'm just trying to stop you right now, man. We didn't have somebody like me back in the day, man. So I'm going to keep telling y'all and keep telling y'all and keep telling y'all, man, to stay out the way. Period, man. But y'all already know what it is, man. Time for the Tuesday banger. So what I need y'all to do with this one, like, share, subscribe to me, y'all. Let's get it. Let's go. But it's time for business. Time for business, y'all. And the story I got for y'all today is called A Homeboy Fell in Love. Part 1. Crazy story, crazy situation, but we are where people. We are in penitentiary, man. Crazy things happen all the time. I'm telling y'all, man, like, you got people in there that kind of like look at things for kind of more than what they are, man. Like, if you're somebody that's an inmate, like somebody that's locked up, like, you got to kind of like not really put yourself in predicament. Like, you starting to feel like you're with somebody in there, like you're on the street. And I'm talking about if you shake, rattling, rolling, or you messing with a female in there. Like, this is not the streets. This is penitentiary, man. So you must be mindful of these things. But I have seen people act like this is the streets when it comes to those situations, and it never goes right, man. Something bad always happens, man. Something bad always happens. So with that being said, though, we are on Lawrenceville for this, y'all. We are on Lawrenceville. And I remember when they first sent me to 60 building, man, like, I'm kind of in there for a little while now, man. So, like, this was a crazy situation, kind of like, you know, because I have told y'all in a lot of stories that I never really booked a lady. Like, I got close, but I never booked this female CO to kind of like, you know, mess with her to bring the pack or whatever the case. Like, my luck never was that good. I could never be that lucky, man. But at the end of the day, like, I knew when I got to Lawrenceville, like, I just like, man, I'm gonna just still keep shooting my shot. Now, I wasn't gonna be one of those thirsty dudes, or I wasn't gonna be one of them dudes that kind of like just always in the people's face, always just in the way, or just always trying to do something when it comes to these female COs. I wasn't gonna transform myself to one of those guys because I knew that wasn't me. But still, though, I was like, man, if I just be myself, just keep staying out the way, man, just keep being the smooth dude that I thought I was, man, I was like, my time will come. And that's how I was carrying it, because when I seen Lawrenceville, it was just so many women. It was women everywhere. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. It was women everywhere, man. I'm talking about more women than men. Definitely, man. So, like, that's the dynamic that was going on in there, man. So, like, by the time I moved to 60 building, y'all already know this is the San Francisco era. So, like, me going into that situation with all these women in here just felt crazy for me, man. Like, man, they moving me to San Francisco. But when I came to the other side of the yard, like when I was in 40 building before they moved me, like, I seen all the women on that side of the yard, like majority of them. But when I got to that side of the yard, it was like a whole new batch of women. You know what I mean? Over that jump. So, like, I seen the jump. So it was this one little jump that caught my eye, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. We gonna call her CO Lee, man. And like, she caught my eye because she was like brown skin. She was short. She had the fatty. She was super thick, no stomach game. She had like the thick kind of hair, like not like the straight, like long hair. She had like the thick Hawaiian looking hair. But she was a black lady, you know what I mean? And she was young at that. But she was cool, like all the way cool. Like, I come over there like she's super cool. So like, she seen when I came over there. So like that building, the only people like in my pod, basically, it used to be like 2 dudes that I seen down on her kind of like that. And that's a good ratio for 88 people, you know what I mean? Because majority of everybody else was shake, rattle, and rolling. So like I still seen her. And I just still remained to play my position because I didn't want to prove that I was thirsty. But like I didn't go outside a lot when I was on that side of the yard. So when she would do her rounds, that's when I would kind of like, you know what I mean? Like this mess with her a little bit, just see what's going on. She'll come out and do her rounds. I come to the door, I'm like, what's up, man? How you doing? Just shoot a little something at her. And she was friendly every time. So like I already had her in my targets. Like I was lining her up kind of like, man, like I need this one right here. Like this got to be me. But like I started feeling like as the time went on, like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to complete this mission, man. And the reason why I say that is because, like, soon as I started feeling it, I told y'all I was like 2 other dudes in there that kind of talked to her. She used to come in and talk to the homosexual dudes, and she would come in our pod and talk to the couple of guys that would be trying to holler at. And I usually catch her when she come upstairs, and I'll say my little ones and twos. But like, that was it, man. But like, I started hearing things, man. Like for real, I can believe it. I could believe it, man. Like the first rumor I had heard about Miss Lee, man, was that one dude that was in 62 pod, like you could tell he was down on her top. He was like on some major Terminator action, man. Like he had her in his targets. Crazy. Like he was down on her, the child hole outside wreck. Like she couldn't breathe. He used to be down on her. It was another dude that was in 63 that used to be down on her, man. So the rumor had came back that the dude in 62 definitely was nailing. And the reason why I knew it was true because the dude in 62 ended up popping up with some Newports. So that was a true rumor that, okay, he was nailing. So when I heard that, like I didn't look at it like, yo, like I'm jealous or, you know, I'm mad that he got it first or Ben got it. Like I wasn't looking at it like nothing, man. I promise y'all everything I love, I looked at it like, man, I got a chance to score now, y'all. So boom. That's how I looked at it. But I couldn't have been wrong. But I looked at it that way, like, yo, if she already, you know, she getting it up, then I could probably get in. So that's how I was thinking about doing. So I don't say nothing too. I played I'm silently mad. Like I just tried that tactic just to see. When she come through and do her round the top tier, she got to start like by the laundry area, and it's one door that is my door. So every time she would come to my door, I'll just be like, I'm looking at the TV. Like she'll look in, she'll look at me, and I seen her stop one time too. Like she looked and was like, and I just kept looking at the TV. And she just kept going. Then she seen me going to chow hall. So when I was going to the chow hall, she was like, you can't speak white? I was like, oh, hey, Miss Lee, how you doing, Miss Lee? What's good? She was like, oh, no, I'm just making sure you was okay because you ain't spoke to me. I'm like, no, I'm good. So she like, I'll be in there. So like that right there was kind of giving me indication of like, yo, I could have a chance because she picked the silent protest I was doing. Like I kind of was just being mad and angry, like don't even look at her or nothing like that just to see if it'll work. And this lady just told me she about to come to the pod and holler at me, y'all. So boom. So I waited and I went to the pod, man. I got myself together real quick. I was already straight, but you know, put some more lotion on the face, make sure my hands and knuckles on ashy. Got myself together with that cheap lotion we gotta use, you know what I mean? So I hear her come in. So I was like, I ain't going to the brick wall. She came and posted up at the brick wall. The homosexual dude pulled up. I don't say nothing to her. I don't, you know what I mean? I ain't pulling up while they pulling up. So she talked to them, finally did a round. She come on the top tier. When she seen me, she stopped at the door right there. So she come in like this. She never done this. So I'm in the cell. I could have stopped her like when she came in there by the laundry, but bro was by the laundry to do the laundry. So I'm in the cell again. So she walked by. She opened the door. Then she came in a little bit. Like she put like her butt in a little bit. Like, you know what I mean? Like this. So I'm standing there by my cell. Like I'm standing in the cell kind of further back by my bed. And she like, what's your problem, White? I was like, I ain't got no problem, man. She's like, nah, you do got a problem. I was like, nah, I just know when, you know what I mean? I just know when I can't win, though. She was like, why you say you can't win? What you mean? I was like, I'm just, you know, like, I just see you got a lot going on. And like, you know, like, I ain't trying to step on nobody's toes. So I'm going to just fall back. I'm going to let you know that's how I was carrying it like that. She was like, well, I'm my own woman. I don't got nothing going on. And she just kept it moving, you know what I mean? So she do a round. After she did her round, she went back downstairs. Then she came back up. I was shocked. So my door just opened back up. I didn't even know she was coming back up. She came back up and she stood in the door again. So I was like, man, look, what you want me to do? This time I walked up on her. I was like, man, what you want me to do, man? What you want me to do? Like, you acting like I can do, like, I don't got time to be getting into it with people, man. I was like, I ain't know that, you know what I mean? You was already taken, you know what I mean? She was like, she did her face like this. I was like, yeah, man. And I just, wow. Like, I gripped that jank. I ain't even gonna lie, I grabbed that joint. Her butt was just hanging in my cell. Like, she got one butt cheek in my cell, one butt cheek out the cell. I was like this to the one butt cheek that's in the cell. I grabbed that joint. That joint felt like a bunch of jello, y'all. So boom. She was like, boy, stop. I'm like, man, I wish this was mine, but you ain't. I kept it in my hand like I had a rock. Like that junk felt like that butt cheek was glowing, y'all. Y'all know how I be holding the la-la? That's how that butt cheek was. I was like, wow. She was like, boy, you better stop. I was like, man, I ain't know this belonged to somebody, man. That's where I was jiggling the cheek. She was like, stop. She moved my hand. I was like, nah, you good though, man. I was like, I don't, like I just thought that, you was somebody that, if you choose, you choose. So like, don't pay me no mind. She like, nah, I ain't like that. We cool though. I was like, nah, we good. Everything good. She dipped out, man. You know what I mean? So since that day on, like, I think I tried like one more time to freak on her. Then after that, I just kind of, because the dude in 62 part, he was a Terminator. Like he was a real deal Terminator, man. And the other guy was a Terminator. But it was like, I felt like those dudes had an understanding of like, they really wasn't gonna bump heads over this lady. Like, and that's usually not the problem. Like you will see dudes bump heads over a situation like this. They'll go at it. They'll get into it. They'll be ready to hurt each other all over the CO game, y'all. So boom. So to see a couple of dudes in my part that be hollering at her, like, and including me, I'm not gonna put myself in the hat though. You know what I mean? Because I never really had her. I just freaked on her a little bit. But I'm seeing dudes get along about this whole situation. Usually it's never the case. It's always somebody's getting into it about this. But I still didn't figure that out yet, man. So since that day of me and her chilled, and I think I tried one more time, like I stopped. I'm gonna be honest with you, I stopped. Like it was like let me get my main focus back of trying to get out this pod. Cause she work over here. I'm not staying over here anyway. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to get the 30 building. Y'all know the count. So I was like, man, she got that. I can't rumble 4 or 5 dudes like trying to holler at her. Like I ain't got time for that. So I chilled. Now she continued on doing her. But the rumors started coming back that she was getting nailed by the dude in 62, the dude in 63. Then they said she started working her, like they gotta do doubles. Like sometimes just say if they work the side that I'm on. This is the north side that I'm on right now, you know what I mean? So the north side is 60, 70, 80 building. So they'll work, that'll be her assigned side. But like just say if she's gonna do some overtime. Like before I knew what the overtime game was, like, when you do overtime, you can do overtime on your side, or they might send you to the other side where the rest of the wolves was at. And I guess that's what they was doing with her. So they said she was getting nailed by some other dudes that I knew over there, like kind of like that was in 40 building. So like I was just hearing a bunch of stuff about her getting nailed. That was like the main rumor, like, yo, Miss Lee getting pounded on by a lot of dudes. Like, yo, Miss Lee get up. Like, I ain't even want to tell. I was ashamed to even tell dudes, like, yo, I used to try to crack out her. And dudes were like, well, you ain't. How you ain't? It was just that I wasn't a barracuda. Like, I felt like she was only attracted to barracudas, dudes that was super duper aggressive when it came to eating, y'all. So boom. And they was trying to eat her, man. Everybody was down on her. And that just wasn't my style, man. I ain't even gonna lie, man. But I remember just that whole situation of how she was when we was in 60 building, man. Like, she was all the way out there slightly, man. So fast forward to tape game, man. Now I am in 30 building. Now, before I moved to 30 building, Ms. Lee, I don't know if she had got caught up with something, but the dude that was in 62 ended up going to the hole. Now, she didn't get fired for anything, you know what I mean? But the rumor was that not only was she humping on him, she was definitely bringing the cigarettes. So she didn't get fired for whenever it happened to Bro. She continued on working, but what they did do is they made her, I guess they made her chill, stay out, or put her on the transportation, or put her on the truck that drive around. Like, they do stuff like that. Like, when you get caught on stuff, or whatever the case, or whatever it is, and they don't fire you, like, they might make you drive the perimeter. Like, you're not gonna be on a compound like that, you know what I mean? So that's probably what she did, because we didn't see her for a while, especially when I was still in 60 building. So now I'm in 30 building. So I'm in 30 building now for like maybe 4 or 5 months around this time right here. So everything is straight. I love 30 building. 30 building is a good building, man. My homeboy is in there, man. Like, my homeboy is one of them barracudas, though, man. We're gonna call him Man Man. Now, Man Man was somebody, man, that he was one of the first dudes that I met from Norfolk that came from Lunenburg. Now, Lunenburg is another great prison. It's a level 2 open dorm game. Not a lot of violence going on. Dudes that go there, they usually don't have a lot of time, and they trying to get out of prison. That's what Lunenburg is. Just like how those other open dorms is. It's the low level. So, like, he messed up at that level. Bro messed up at that level. Like, usually dudes don't fumble the ball. You'll meet dudes a little every now and then, like, where you come from? Lunar, bro, you messed up at you'll see that from time to time, but you wouldn't see a lot of that. But I promise you, bro messed up at Lunenburg. So now that he's up there with us, they put him in a good building, 30 building. So he struck. So he's still good. He go from a 2 to a 3, Lawrenceville. So you can't complain. Now, Bro got kicked off Lunenburg for trying to get at one of those ladies. Now, Bro go super dumb hard. Like, when he first came to Lawrenceville, I seen him in action. Bro go crazy. Now, he got kicked off Lunenburg, he told me, because he wrote a joint of love. You know what I mean? Now, the letter game, when it comes to penitentiary, trying to holler at a CO, the letter game can get you late because it's a hit or miss. It's almost like stepping on a landmine, and like, if you don't know how to defuse it before you lift your foot up, like, it's gonna blow. And it's not gonna be a good thing. Now, when you give a CO a letter, like, you gotta pray and hope that she's not gonna turn you in, because if it decides to turn you in and don't want to read this letter for real, you getting transferred immediately, y'all. So boom, Sussers, they won't play in that. You write them kites to them ladies, man, they getting you up out of there. I forgot what the charge was. They getting you up out of there. I'm assuming Lawrenceville was the same way, but like the difference between Lawrenceville and Sussex was Lawrenceville had cell phones, like, so it wasn't a lot of letter writing going on up there. You know, bro at Lunenburg, no cell phones probably. They had an open dorm game, so he probably had to go with the letter writing game. So that's why bro got kicked off Lunenburg. So now that he's on Lawrenceville, like, bro, this caught his stride. Like, he already was one of them fly dudes, kind of brown skinned dude, kind of cut up dude, workout game, do all of that. Like, he was just where the weights was at. Like, he was where the real weight game was at. So bro kind of just, you know what I mean? He one of them smooth niggas, brown skin, got the waves spinning, you know what I mean? Like, I used to be tripping off him because he used to always tell me, like, yo, bro, I'm telling you, bro, she want me, bro. He just be down on everything. Like, bro didn't care. We come out of child hall, like, bro was just super, like, friendly, super flirty. Like, he used to be down on all of them. He used to be down on all of us. I just used to be tripping off, man. Me and all my homeboys, man. You know what I mean? Because Lawrenceville would do that to you, man. So, like, bro just kept doing him, and like, he really never got lucky. He got close to this big block. He had ended up hollering at this big block. I ain't gonna say her name. She was a big lady, and he had got close to that. And we was trying to get him to get her to bring the pack, and that was supposed to win. But she ended up bucking on that, and when she bucked, she ended up getting tore for bringing the pack in 40 building. So it was like, bros didn't never get lucky by the whole time we was around him like that in the main time in 30 building. So like, after a little time it went on, Miss Lee pop up, start working 30 building. It was crazy, man. I ain't gonna lie. It was crazy to wake up and see Miss Lee working in our booth. I'm telling you, man, stand by for child, breakfast game. I get up. I don't even paying attention to the voice they called out, stand by for child. They all be sounding like on the intercom to me. I get up, I come to the railing. I look. Miss Lee? I backed up. My word, I backed up. Hey, the intercom. Yes. I said, Miss Lee, that's white. She's like, who? I was like, white. I was in 61 pod. She was like, stick your hand out the door. I was like, she was like, oh, I came back and I was like, you don't remember me? She was like, yeah, I remember you now. How you doing? I was like, I'm good. I was like, what you doing over here? She was like, yeah, they got me working over here. I was like, oh, all right. So I ain't asking no questions. So I just, you know, I ain't continue to holler at her because I already know 30 building is worse than 60 building. So that's why I really wasn't like pressing nothing like that, because I already know, man, seeing Miss Lee in that booth, man, it's about to be at least 80 inmates that's about to go bananas, y'all. So boom, just think about that, 80 people down at your top. Like, that's why I really think CO women, that's why I think they really kind of be intrigued with dudes, like, in prison, because it be so many people down on them. Like, just imagine that, like a block of 80. You might got freaking 25 dudes trying to holler at you, man. Like, that can boost an ugly woman's ego. That definitely can boost her ego. So, like, at the end of the day, like, I done seen that several times. So I already know that 30 building was about to be going crazy. Like, and dudes still be trying to gun and like do all the maniac stuff and all of that. But like, at the same time, I just was like, I was in a space where I was like, man, I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, we cool, but like, I don't feel like I can bag her because I already know how it's about to get. I'm not finna be around all these dudes trying to do all of that. And that's how I used to be. Pardon me for being like that. Just really felt like it was like a guarantee that I had to do that. Like, you know what I mean? I just felt like I just gonna carry it cool, man. If it happened, it happened. If it don't, it don't. That's how I always carry it, man. So she stayed in the booth and we went to breakfast. By the time we came back out for after count, after we done went to rec and did all of that, Miss Lee is counting. So I knew she was gonna be on the floor for lunch. So now she's on the floor. So now everybody's seeing that big booty come through and do rounds. That big booty coming through doing rounds. She's short. I swear, she like 5'1", booty bouncing. She one of them jumps, her booty bounce when she walks. Like, that jump is just, she can't stop it from going left to right, left to right, left to right, left to right. And she doing her rounds and everybody's stalking. My word, when the door popped, man, everybody was down on that lady, man. I looked up. My word, I seen my homeboy, man was downstairs by the brick wall with his shirt over his shoulder, no shirt game on, standing there brushing his hair like this, talking to her like this. He talking to her. I come down the steps like this. I'm like, I said, bro, like. And she's standing there like this. She hollering at him, you know what I mean? Bro kicking it with her. Bro got the brush. She like, bro looking like Chicago or Poetic Justice, bro. And he's spitting at the same time. You know how hard it is to spit, pause, and brush your hair at the same time? You got to be a maniac, y'all. So boom. Bro was down there putting that work in. I seen him, man. So they said, stand by for lunch. Stand by for lunch. So she had to dip because she got to go out in front and wait for people to come back and be out there, you know what I mean, controlling the building. So she dipped out. When she dipped out, bro pulled up, was like, yo, hey, I'm about to get her watch. I bet you I do. I was like, yo, I know her, bro. He was like, for real? I was like, yeah. I said, yo, bro, listen. you definitely can be able to goddamn get you some poo-poo. I said, because when I was in 60 building, I used to try to spit at her, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I used to try to holler at her, you know what I mean? I was like, but when I found out she had a lot of dudes, I said, that kind of turned me off and I fell back. He was like, for what? I was like, I just felt like I never could get her because she just had already too much going on. He was like, so would you be hollering? I said, nah, I ain't. You got it, bro. I was like, I want you to get her. I said, if you get her, let's get some money. He was like, bet. He was like, you want to know the count? I was like, bro, listen, she's super cool. You know what I mean? I was like, when she see me and you hanging, I don't know that's gonna make her, but like, I was like, bro, trust me, I'm not rocking with her like that. So he was like, all right, that's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. I'm like, yo, bro, what I'm saying is that, like, I'm telling you, it's finna be a lot of dudes down there. He was like, yeah, she said she about to come back and holler at me though. He was like, man, I'm about to get her though. Watch what I tell you though. I was like, man, look. I said, just know, man, like, there's gonna be a lot of dudes. He was like, man, I don't care nothing about that, Weezy, man. I don't care nothing about that, man. He kept brushing his hair. That's gonna make a noise like this. That man gonna brush the waves out his hair, y'all, so boom. We go to chow hall, he's still brushing his hair. We see her, she's standing there. We walk by, she see me and him coming together, we walk. She looking at us the whole time, you know what I mean? He ain't say nothing, you know what I mean? I'm glad she did. We go to chow hall and come back, bro, don't even eat. Bro, shoot out there and go holler at her. Bro said, forget that tray. Bro took his brush and dip. Bro out there like this. Now he doing a fast motion. He brushing a mess out of his head. So he talking to her. So I guess she told him to go back to the building. She'll catch him when he go back in the building. So when I'm leaving out, bro was a little bit up talking to some other people. He seen me coming, he slowed down. I caught up with him. We start walking back to the building. As we going back to the building, he like, hey, bro, look, man, say word, bro. Say word, bro, man. She say, man, she went and looked up my time. I was like, what, already? He was like, yeah, she went and looked on the computer and looked up my time. He was like, she see, I only got 2 years left. I was like, yeah, bro, you is short, bro. You did dumb short, bro. He was like, yeah. He was like, bro, I'm out to bag her, bro, and get it there. I'm gonna get dudes right. I'm gonna get everybody right once I do. I'm like, bro, listen, I don't know if she's gonna make it that long. I said, because her working over here, I said, if she carried like 60 building, I said, she liable to have 8 boyfriends, y'all, so boom. Bro was like, man, nah, bro. He was like, nah, bro, she ain't got no 8 boyfriends. I said, man, look, I'm telling you, man. So as he's saying that, there's some dudes in 31 Park hollering at her as we speaking, you know what I mean? So she finally come back. We see her from the top tier. Bro standing by my cell on the top tier. We see her on the top tier in 31 Pod. Dude from Richmond got down like this. Standing on the rail. He got her on smash. He like this. He talking to her. He like this. Man, John crazy. I'm like, man, John, wow, man. So I'm like, bro, man, you gotta, like, he was like, man, look, I don't care. The way you say how you feel, how you don't want to get no woman, how you don't caring about people looking. He was like, I don't care. I don't care, bro. Watch what I do when she come in here. So she took forever to come in our pod, but she finally came in the pod. When she came in the pod, I disappeared and said, I ain't want to keep putting pressure like me and him right there together. So I dipped. Bro stayed out there and hollered at her. So bro out there hollering at her the whole time. It was a dude at first hollering at her, a little light-skinned young boy that's in the block. I forgot where he was from, but he was spitting at her first. My homeboy was just standing by the steps, like just standing there posted up on some massive cool stuff, just waiting. You know what I mean? He was just waiting for her. So I guess she saved him. She ended the conversation with the light-skinned dude and walked over there and started hollering at bro. So I come out the cell. That's when I had seen him, you know what I mean? He was standing right there. So he talking to her, he talking to her, he talking to her, talking to her, he talking to her, he got her. So next thing you know, it's time for her to leave. So he hollered at her, he dipped. So he come in the room, he showed me, he was like, bro, she gave me her number. I was like, man, that's crazy. So we had a homeboy from Norfolk that had a phone, you know what I mean? So he was like, I'm broken up. I'm like, I'm pretty sure for that, he'll let you use the jack, bro. He was like, yeah, he should. He should, bro. He was like, man, but he was like, look though, why my homies cross the hall and say, man, his homeboy got be smashing her, bro. Like he still be smashing her, bro. He was like, bro, she'll 229 to 40 building, bro, and she'll let him hit anytime. He was like, bro, goddamn, say her head on 1,000, everything. I'm like, yo, bro, like, I mean, I told you to count. He was like, yeah, I know. He was like, that junk crazy though, man. He was like that junk though, man. He was like, she dumb cool though. He was like, man, I'll mess with her on the land. So when he said that, like, I'm like, man, that junk just came out of nowhere. Like, bro was like, yeah, she dumb cool though, like, and I'll mess with her on the land. It was like that junk kind of echoed out. I'm like, yeah, I mean, you know, shit, he might hit, you know, ain't nothing wrong with that. He was like, yeah, we gonna see. So he go all at my man. My man let him hold the jack through count time. So while we locked down, when she went home, I guess bro was gonna jack with her, you know what I mean? So when he come out, he stayed in the cell till like 7:30. He finally came out and gave bro back his jack. So after he gave bro back his jack, he pull up. He was like, man, this junk crazy, Weezy, man. He was like, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. He was like, man, I kicked it with Shorty, man. He was like, man, you know, she got 2 daughters, bro, 1 year apart, bro. He was like, they super cool, bro. He was like, man, for real, man, I'll rock with her, man. He was like, and you know what? Like, I gotta get out of Norfolk, though, Weezy, man. Like, you know, Norfolk ain't got nothing to offer. And my aunt only got a red zone address anyway. So he was like, She talking about quitting. So like, man, like, would I be a sucker for love, Weezy, man? If I say maybe that I'm gonna go home to this joint when I get out? I looked at him, I was like, I said, nah, you ain't gonna be no sucker for love. He was like, oh yeah, I know, yeah, what I'm gonna be then? I said, nah, bro, you ain't gonna be no sucker for love, bro. I mean, like, in my head, I'm saying, like, you know, I'm not thinking this gonna be crazy. I'm like, nah, bro, like, get the joint, bro, like, you wanna do you? I said, you gonna put niggas in the game in here, right? He was like, yeah. He's like, you know that, though. I said, man, the whole time, like, I done ran across a guy like him before, so I'm like, all right, man. So, you know, like, he was like, man, I'm saying, like, that junk crazy, man. After kicking it with her, I kicked it with her for 2 hours straight. Like, he was like, man, she cool, though. I'm telling you, man. He started making a face. He was like, man, for real, Weezy, man. He was like, man, I think I gotta put the cuffs on that junk, Weezy.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way, if you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous. Did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.